Here are a few other things why people get stuck in life. These are some dysfunctional beliefs that you have. Beliefs that are not true, beliefs that are false, but we believe them as true. And we don't question these beliefs and we live our life according to them. I repeat, there are some dysfunctional beliefs that we hold as true. These are false beliefs, these are not true, but you believe them as true. And you don't want to question them and you live your life according to them. And I'll share with you some dysfunctional beliefs. When I say dysfunctional beliefs or beliefs that are not true, you know this in your life that you have had some beliefs in the past. But at some point in time, you believe them as true. But later you realize with other the informations that you acquired, that these are not true. For example, there was a time people believed that the earth was flat, and now you know the earth is not flat. People believe lightning never strikes the same place twice. I think there are some people still who believe that lightning never strikes the same place twice, but you know that's not true. Lightning can and will strike the same place, not twice, not even thrice, even more. It was. There was a time people believed that a person cannot run a mile in less than 4 minutes, but now you know that it's not true. You can run a mile in less than 4 minutes. When Roger Bannister in 1954 ran a mile in less than 44 seconds, 4 minutes, people started believing. Prior to that, people thought that you can run a mile, in less than 4 minutes. Just because you have a belief, it doesn't make it true. You have to question them and challenge them. So here are some few things that you can challenge to get unstuck in life. I'm sure you're familiar with some of them. I'm not going to share, as I said at the very start, also everything, but few things that I think that are very important. Now here's the one. Here's one. Listen, be careful, be ready and take notes. I'm sure I heard this mentioned by one of the other speakers before also. It's too late. Are you familiar with this? It's too late. You're 20. It's too late. You're 25. Too late to do that. You're 35. It's too late to do that. You're 40. Too late. Who said this? This is a crazy idea. Believe me. It's never too late to do anything that you want to do in your life. It's never too late to have another dream in your life. If somebody tells you, don't accept it. Don't believe it. It's a misconception that it's never too late. You are here. You are wherever you are. From where you are, you can always start having a new life, start having a new dream, and start working towards it. I'll give you a few examples. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with some of these names. Susan Boyle. Now, this lady appeared on British Got Talent and became a big success. And you know what? She was 48 years old. Susan Boyle. I think she became the runner-up in British Got Talent, but she's a big star now. And when she turned around her life, she was 48. It's never too late. Samuel Jackson, Hollywood famous actor, Samuel Jackson. You know what? He's a big success. He became a big success when he was 43 years old. And there's a guy called Harrison Ford, another Hollywood famous actor. He landed a role in Star Wars film when he was 35. So he became a success when he was 35. Colonel Sanders, you know him, the founder of KFC. He was 62 years old when he became a big success. Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motor Companies. You know what age he found Ford Motor Company? When he was 40 years old. So it's never too late. If somebody tells you it's too late, don't believe. Because of this misconception, because of this false belief, because of this dysfunctional belief, many people get stuck in a rut all their life. I'll give you my example. Now, I come from a very humble background, and I finished my secondary education, and then I started working. And I never turned back. I got married. I had children. But I have always been a big reader. I attend a lot of seminars. I read a lot of books, but I never studied further. But it was when I was 35 that I made a decision. The decision was that I want to do my master's. But now I am a married man. I am late in my late 30s. I have two kids. Too late? No. I did my diploma when I was 40 years old, and you can imagine when I did my master's, I was over 40 years old. It's never too late. Now you can't tell me that I don't have my master's. Never mind, I did it after I was 40 years. I'm sure there are participants here who have completed their first degree and masters when they are in their 20s or early 30s at least. So it's never too late. The only time you are late is when you are dead. So if somebody tells you it's too late, don't believe. It's one of the dysfunctional beliefs that get you really stuck in your life. Now, this is another interesting one that people have. You know what happens is people tell you when you want to start a career, when you want to do something, be the best version of yourself. Now, I want you to listen to me carefully. I always believe whatever you do, you have to do at your best. So don't take me wrong. You have to do at your best. But when you are told be the best version of yourself when starting a career or when changing a career, what they are trying to tell you is you have to select something that you can really do your best. In other words, you are being told there's only one thing that you can do in your life. So you have to select that. So that creates a lot of stress and frustration because you don't know what is the thing that you can really do at your best. And this means that there's only one thing that you can do in life. Wrong concept. Believe me, you can do in your life more than one thing. Simultaneously or at different times of your life, you can do more than one thing and be good at that. Give you an example. Lisa is a good example. She's doing more than one thing even now as it is in her life. I'll give you a few other examples to impress your mind. You know Zinedine Zidane, the famous soccer player. You know, he was one of the best footballers we have ever seen in the world. But now he's a successful coach. Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, when he was in 20s, he was a bodybuilder. When in 30s, he was a famous Hollywood actor. And later, in 2003, he became the governor of California. And you know The Rock, you know the guy, a Hollywood actor. Now, when he was young, he was a wrestler, a champion. And now he's a Hollywood actor. So that means that you can do more than one thing in your life, not just a single thing. Maybe you can do simultaneously, maybe at different times of your life. So if somebody tells you select the best thing, it gets really frustrated. You get really stressed out because you don't know which one to select. So try something that you love and go ahead with your life. Now, in my life, I have done TV for 20 years and I stopped as a TV presenter, and now I'm doing this. While I'm doing this, I'm also a full-time customer service professional. So now, if you ask me the question, Masood, was your TV career the best or your speaking career the best? I'll say it's a wrong question to ask me. When I was young, when I was doing TV work, that was the best career and I loved it and I enjoyed it. But now I love this, I enjoy this, and this is not what I want to do in my life. So this is the second dysfunctional belief. Now here's another interesting one. The third one. It's a question for you as well. Just think about this. Does your degree really determines your career path? How many people believe that your degree determines your career? But this is not the reality. In an ideal world, you spend around 4 years in university studying for a degree, using your degree, you would find a related job, and you go ahead with your life. That's the ideal world. But you know very well it doesn't happen in real life. Now you ask your friends and people you know, But I'm telling you the truth. Your degree doesn't determine your career. For example, in US alone, 32% of college graduates say they had never worked in a field related to their major. And again, in the US, within 10 years of graduation, 80% people work outside their major. So what does that mean? What it means is your degree doesn't determine your career path. If you're happy, you do psychology and you are happy being a psychologist and you get a job and you get paid, fine, good, go ahead in your life. But just because you did psychology, and if you're not happy with being a psychologist, nothing stops you from changing your career. You can become if you want, entertainer, you can become a speaker, you can become a manager or whatever. So by